Hello everyone and welcome to the 2017 Holiday Cube Championships for the coveted Lundstedt Trophy. We're here at the brand new Midtown location of Three Kingdoms Games in Toronto, Ontario. And if you're looking for the perfect gift this year, look no further than Three Kingdoms Games. They have tons of board games, Magic the Gathering stuff, just anything that you could possibly want. So come on down. The address will be in the description of this video. This is the 9th year we've been running the Holiday Cube Championships. But what is a Magic the Gathering Cube? Let's find out. So I'm here with Jeff, and it's the 2017 Holiday Cube Championships. But a lot of people out there, they might not know what Cube is. Can you tell us?
Cube is a couple things that it means to me. One thing for me, it means friends and friendship and meeting new people. I always find that it's a good way to meet new people. Basically, someone brings a cube and they'll invite their friends and their friends of friends, usually just close people that they can trust and that they like playing with, and it's always just fun, good, casual Magic. But what a cube is exactly is a set that you've basically put together yourself. You can give parameters to yourself or not, so I've seen things like Pauper cubes, that's what I own myself. I've seen powered cubes with a lot of powerful cards in it, like the Power 9. I've seen mono blue cubes, so you can basically pick a theme or even a set. I've seen Innistrad cubes, so you just pick a theme or some parameters for yourself, and you get to basically be the creator of your own set of Magic. And then you get together with some people, you draft it, and all the cards go back into the cube at the end of the night, and it's good times.
Well, Cube is actually one of the best formats in Magic. You pretty much get to play with your favorite cards with your friends, so it's pretty good.
Cube is an owner-curated draft format consisting usually of the best cards in Magic's history, although some people make alternative cubes like a Pauper cube consisting of only commons, or a combo cube, or various things. And it's designed to be a very enjoyable, repeatable draft format.
Oh, it's a chance to get together with your friends and play free Magic.
Cube is a collection, I guess. It's almost like an MTG board game where you basically compile a library of cards that you kind of create your own packs and kind of create your own draft.
Cube Magic. Oh, that's a good question. If you don't know what it is, this is a good place to start. Cube is essentially taking pretty much all of Magic's library and kind of condensing it into one collection that you can draw from that collection to play. And the beauty of it is you get to use old cards that may be not relevant or standard legal anymore, but they're still great. And it's singleton format, I should mention, so there's only one copy. And yeah, there's all kinds of craziness.
So we're here with Canadian Santa Claus, and we all know that Canadian Santa can't speak. But we're contractually obligated to have this interview with him.
For me, it's just not only great Magic, like Cube is always good Magic, it's also an opportunity to see a lot of old friends, people you haven't seen in a while, and have a nice chat. So it's something that's really nice, and I hope to continue to do it for another 9 years after this.
All right, so this is the draft. I'm going to be doing commentary. I'm Milo, and I'm joined with Aaron. Hello, everyone. Aaron, you might remember from the videos that I did that was like the set reviews for Cube. But over to the draft, we're watching Ryan Nightingale's draft. It should be exciting.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so happy that Milo is back and we're doing the Holiday Cube series again. This is fabulous.
One of the things I want to mention about Ryan is that he... Whoa!
Right off the top. Best Cube card.
It even says first pick on it. Just in case. But, which is good because he's never actually played this cube before, which is why we decided to film him.
And it is good because maybe the Iosaurus would have scared him off. But luckily it says first pick it, so...
Okay.
There we go.
I don't know if he's going to take... Yeah, he's probably going to take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
treachery. Is that a foil treachery?
Yeah, that treachery.
Oh, that is money now.
Is it really?
$700 last I saw.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It's probably the most expensive card you own.
It's $700? No, it's not.
At face-to-face games, $700.
Wait. Stop the draft. People have coffees on the table. Okay. All right. We got to dig through time he's looking at here.
I love dig through time here. I think that's my favorite draw spell in your
Prime Time. Prime Time's a good one to accelerate into with the Sol Ring.
Yeah. And Bribery. I like those. I bring those to the front because those are... Is that a Rathagot at the back as
well? Signed by Werner Herzog.
Whoa.
Filmmaker Werner Herzog.
Incredible.
because he directed a movie called Aguirre, Wrath of God. But yeah, that prime time. I used to I used to have a signed Primeval Titan, signed by Minotauro Nogueira from the UFC. But then I was like, I got the foil one.
So he went with the bribery in the end, huh?
Yeah, you know what? Everybody's got sick creatures. This is Cube. You know that bribery's going to hit something.
Oh, always. And I love that the creatures coming right into play. You get to enter the battlefield effects and stuff.
A switcheroo! Switcheroo!
He just wants a good creature himself. He wants to play his own good one.
Yeah, he went with the prime time.
Yeah, those are all good picks. Early in the draft, that's what I love about Cube, is like you take whatever you want. There's nothing wrong. You get to play the archetype that you enjoy playing.
Exactly, yeah.
Personally, I would have gone with the Dig Through Time. Being able to look at the top 7 cards and choose any 2 that you want is just so powerful.
I didn't get a
At
good...
instant speed as well.
Oh, man.
That card's sick.
Listen, I don't need to tell that story again about how I beat Tom Martell with a Dig Through Time, but it was amazing.
But you'll bring it up.
Yeah. And that's the Dig Through Time. Yeah, I didn't get to see the rest of the... Wow, Karn with a Sol Ring. You know...
And the Primeval, so he gets that out turn, 4, and then all of a sudden turn 5 Karn?
Yeah, and we got a sort of Fire and Ice as well, which is always a good pick, where you don't have to, really commit to anything, but the Karn you also don't really have to commit to anything.
Or you just make it all Titan deck.
Yeah, you get the Frost Titan. What do you think of Delver of Secrets in Cube?
It's good in, it's good.
It's good
a
enough?
good card. Yeah, it's good enough. Like, if you're obviously pushing Spells Matter, then it's fun. I think I recently cut it when I cut my cube down a lot on cards just because I wasn't playing nearly as much, and I just wanted to play with like the most powerful things that I had. And I think it got cut then, but I played it for a long time, and it was played.
So that Karn got picked.
Yeah.
We saw that coming, though. That's what
Good
we...
pick,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Have you ever seen the Ultimate go off in Cube and actually play a second game, or do people just concede?
Listen, I got a story for every card in Cube, and it wasn't my cube, but I played against somebody who ulted Karn, and then I came back and won.
No, wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very impressive. That must have felt good.
Yeah, it involved a Vapor Snag and a Snapcaster to get my 2 permanents from Karn back.
Oh, so mean. But well played. He's Karning you. Like,
Yeah.
no
So
holds
we got-
barred at that point.
We got some interesting cards. A Scrubland here. We got a Fire and Ice, which is probably not going to get picked. We got this... what's that card called? Cloudscape?
Riftwing's Cloudscape,
Yeah. Which is a nice one. And then Coiling Oracle, which
Yeah,
is...
he's in greens, like with the Primeval Titan. I might even just take the fixing. Or is that Hero Bladehold? That's one of my favorite cards in Cube.
Oh,
as
Hero
well.
Bladehold is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is
at
that
4
what
mana, you
that
can do a
is?
second turn off Soul Ring and just slam that, and all of a sudden you're attacking for, 7 power and turn 3?
Oh, man. that is amazing. We got a Thundermaw Hellkite, though. He's going green-red beats, maybe.
Yeah. Classic archetype.
Yeah.
All the way back from Alpha Beta.
Especially if he's going to get some... If he's planning on getting some Mana Dorks, anything like that. He's going to be accelerating a lot. Ooh, we got a Geddon.
Getting with Soul Ring is just...
Yeah.
It's just so mean. It's just so good.
And this early on, too, if you take that Geddon, then you can really pick up a lot more Mana Rocks. You prioritize them a little higher. Mm-hmm. There's also the Fauna Shaman, which works in a bunch of different archetypes for green.
Especially green-red beats.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what he's
good. Yeah,
that's
you
what he's
ditch your
decided
Mana
on.
Dorks
Yeah.
when you don't need them.
If that's kind of what he's decided on, that's one of his favorite archetypes, then is that a Domri Raid?
It is,
green
yeah.
red card there. Oh, and the Tomb.
I usually can't pass up on Tomb. Like, when I see it in the pack, I'm so greedy. Cards like a Mana Crypt and Ancient Tomb, I'm just, give them all to me. I want them all. He's also looking at a Banishing Light and Treetop Village and a new card from Ixalan. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Ixalan?
yeah, it is. That's the new Great Gaze Cradle, isn't it?
Yeah, the one that flips. You have to have 4 creatures in play and then it flips.
But it gets you a creature. When you cast it, it's 2 and a green and enters battlefield. Look at the top 4 cards and you get to put one of the creatures
yeah.
into your hand. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I'm actually kind of surprised that Dummy Rad's not even in the conversation for him.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at this. The Treetop Village would also be good, but the Ancient Tomb or Domri would probably be. Oh, he just wants to try the new card.
Because I think the major problem with green red in Cube is that it's hard to get your engine going once you played everything. Mm-hmm. And I think cards like Dami Red. Okay, so he did take the growing rights of Itlamok, which was my.
So he wants to go really big.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Mana Doric and a Cold Steel Heart. Which one would you take, Cold Steel Heart or Llanowar Elves?
I'd probably go Llanowar Elves here, but this is one of the things when you go back and he passed on that get in and he passed on the Scrubland, where if he's going just like straight green red beats, it's a little bit fair for Cube, you know. Like you were saying, you could run out of gas a little bit early and stuff, and I like to be a little bit more unfair in Cube. I like to spread it out between at least 3 colors and just try to do as many broken things as possible, because you need answers to other people's broken.
Keep in mind, he started with the Sol Ring.
That's true.
Which is pretty busted sauce. So,
true.
And there's tons of things that you could do, like is still with green red beats. Like you can get a Avalanche Riders and a Erratic Portal. You could, you could bust up a game with green red. It's just less common. We got Cast Out, which replaced Faith's Feathers.
Mm-hmm. I love Cast Out, actually. I gave it a try. I didn't put it in my cube immediately when I think that was Amonkhet came out, but it's found its way in, and being able to just exile any non-land permanent at instant speed is huge. Oh,
yeah.
Planeswalker, boom, gone. You play that Soul Ring, I could get rid of it if I want. Just it's such an answer to everything, and I love that City of Brass. The original Arabian Nights with the sun setting over the temples. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's a great pick as well.
It keeps his options open.
Exactly.
Now he can splash anything, really. And he can get it with the Primeval Titan. We got Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, I like that pick. For
Upheaval.
the deck that he's building, Green Sun Zenith seems perfect.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with that last pick with the City of Brass. It allows him another option to splash gold cards that involve green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good call. Find that Mystic Snake.
That's Sorcery Speed.
Yeah.
It's a spicy meatball.
I just love Mystic Snake. I'd play it in any deck. Oh!
We have
a new conspiracy card. The Color of the Untamed.
Now, what does that card do, Aaron?
So it's 3 and a green for 2/4, and you can tap it. I think there's a mana cost of tapping it as well. Maybe 2 mana? I forget. But then you're able to... So this is a Draft Matters card. So when you draft a card, you have to reveal it beforehand.
Before you
make
play.
That's before you start playing, and then you can make tokens of that card. So you could take something completely off color. Let's say, for example, Mystic Snake, and then make tokens of it at instant speed as many times as you have to tap it to tap the Color of the Untamed. But then, you make 1 a turn from there on out. Counter all their spells, making 2/2s.
And the activation cost is X, so it's equal to the casting cost of whatever.
Oh, it's
creature.
equal to that casting cost. There you go.
But he goes with the balance. He's got that City of Brass. He could.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of taking mana fixing early in Cube, is because you get to play broken cards like Balance. Personally, I tend to pass Balance, I think, but with Soul Ring it's so good. But I don't trust myself with it.
Yeah,
you need to have a lot of skill to play Balance so it doesn't backfire. But man, when that card works, it's so good.
He just grabbed a Rishkar's Expertise. It's again one of those cards that helps you refill your hand. Mm-hmm. Wolfear Silverheart
goes well with the Expertise. Draw 8 cards. I like it.
There's never a bad time to draw 8 cards. Like if I ever get the option to draw 8 cards, I'm probably just gonna take it.
You're taking it, yeah. I've been playing some of this Iconic Masters online, and I've been drawing a lot of cards. And I've been decking myself. So sometimes you can get too greedy, but you know what? It's just so much fun, it doesn't even matter if you lose. Because you get to play all your spells.
It's true. We got a Coiling Oracle and an Angel of Serenity. Angel of Serenity not getting the love that it once got.
I guess it's just because of the 3 white, because people are getting greedy. They want to play the 3/4 color decks, and the triple white can be painful. But if you're even playing 2 colors, that card is so powerful. What do you get to exile 3 permanents with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it dies, they don't come back into play. They go to the hands. Mm-hmm. So they have to recast them.
Yeah, really good tempo play. Or you could even do it on your own if you're expecting a Wrath, or if you're going to Wrath the God, right? Like, there's a lot of really interesting ways to abuse that card.
You can put it on a Collar of the Untamed.
Yes. That's a scoop.
And we have a Sultari Champion as his push. All right, so this is pack 2. It's boxed. I don't know who did that. It wasn't me. Somebody did that. Don't you hate that when you open up a pack and it's boxed?
I did that to my friend recently. He was so upset. But he was playing sleeveless. I didn't even know people try to keep them in the same order when they're going bareback.
Is that the term for it? Going bareback with your Magic cards? All right, we got a Coalition Relic. It's another Mana Rock. And we got a Nissa, which is good with the Zenith.
Green decks.
Yeah, in green decks. And Tooth and Nail, which
Tooth
was
and Nail.
an interesting...
Which is a good ramp target for sure. Get all those green-red fatties, but
If it lets you...
the more ramp there. Or a Coalition Relic is amazing. I think that's one of the best fixing rocks in the cube, if not the best.
Yeah. And I like that it also... I mean, it helps you splash, right? This is still the beginning of pack 2.
It's a fixing rock. It will actually fix your colors. Besides ramping you, it just does everything. And then you get to play like the broken cards, like the Path to Exile.
Or an answer that green and red might not be able to...
Exactly.
Now, I really like Secure the Waste. That's kind of a relatively recent card that was added to cubes. And it replaced Decree of Justice for a lot of people. It's just such a great control finisher. It's great in ramp decks. It's good on multiple levels.
Yeah, really great with token matters if you're playing Perforos, and he's going with the Zealous Conscripts, and this is actually my favorite card here. I'd either take the Path Exile or the Zealous Conscripts. Zealous Conscripts, one of my favorite things to do in Cube is let them get to the ultimate of a Planeswalker, let my opponent get there, and then just take it, kill the Planeswalker, and get it yourself. Exactly. Yeah. And I've seen that happen multiple times. You think, oh, that's not going to happen a lot, but there's so many Planeswalkers in Cube, it really isn't that uncommon. And the Flame Tongue Kavu here, that's one of my favorite cubes. Oh, never mind. How is that still there?
Yeah, what was in this pack, right? That's crazy.
Wurmcoil Engine is, I think, safe to say, the best creature in Cube. Like, it's colorless.
Yeah.
Lifelink Death Touch. It just lets you win games that would be impossible to win otherwise. Beautiful altar, by the way. Very nice.
Yeah, I did that myself.
You're a liar.
All right, what do we got here? Arachnogenesis, a card that only I could love.
You know what I was looking at when I was checking out your cube, and that's one of the cards that I really like. I really kind of want to play it, but it just kind of just misses, just because I find tricks like that. Once you get your opponent once, you get them really good. You get your 4 spiders, you get to kill their thing. You take nothing, you swing back. But once they know about it, it's kind of easy to play around.
I would love it if it was in any other color than green. Green, combat matters, so you're probably going to be the one pushing. All right, we got a Harmonizer and Elish Norn. He just maybe felt like the Elish Norn was too white.
I guess so. Yeah, the double white's a little bit harder to splash, but the Harmonized classic card, draw 3 cards, get that card advantage right back that you might lose in the green-red. So
yeah, it's just like the Rishkar's expertise pick. We do have a Kozilek here, but maybe can you ever have too many fatties with these types of decks?
I think he needs some more, really, in this deck. Like, he has tons of ramp, tons of rocks. He's got that Giving Rights of Itlamok, and I think he needs some top end here.
But the Tega's pretty nice, right? I mean, he hasn't really taken a lot of red cards, though. He might be at a red.
Yeah, the Zealous Conscripts and the Thunder Maj. Yeah, it's not too much, but no, he could... Any of those picks, the Guardian Isle, Taiga, or the Eldrazi there, will all be played.
Yeah,
like where were we? Not even halfway through pack 2, and he has how many playables? 17 playables already. So
that's cute.
He's exactly. He's not worried about playables. He could take the mana fixing here and just make sure that he could play his spells, the broken spells that he's casting. There now he has perfect fixing. Now he can play any colors he wants.
Yeah, it's true. He just needs a City of he already had that. So we got a Bone Splitter signed by John Bones Jones. And we got a Skin Render. He's looking at a Wheel of Fortune. We got a Sacred Foundry. Lightning Mauler. Keldon Marauders.
Is that Toxic Deluge he also brought
Toxic
up?
Deluge, yeah. He's going to go with the Wheel of Fortune. It's great if you can dump your hand and you're playing against Control and then hit them with the Wheel of Fortune while they still have a full grip.
Been there. Done that. You came back when I wheeled you and you had like 7 cards. I drew like 5 cards off it, but you came back and beat me.
I don't... I mean, yeah, that was
a good one.
We got a Splinter Twin, which is with Zealous Conscripts.
Pretty mean.
It's Splinter Twin. I mean, it's you go off, right?
Does it go infinite?
Yep. Because it untaps the permanent. You keep targeting itself, right?
You can target it your own permanent with it.
Yeah. You target Zealous Conscripts with it.
Just keep going. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Berserk I also love. Actually, in Thrun, I've seen Thrun, if you're able to get any equipment, Thrun has single-handedly won more games on its own than any other creature that I've played with in my cube.
Mm-hmm. And it's a turn 2 Thrun with this All Ring, right?
Yeah.
I'd be tempted with that Splinter Twin, though.
Yeah,
even just
that can go infinite.
Yeah,
definitely.
Even if you just put it in the board, like you don't make the main deck, and then you side it in against certain matchups where you have a Splinter Twin thing that they don't think that you don't know about.
Yeah, and I know you have Pestermite and Kiki Chiki.
Yeah.
So you have a few combo pieces with it. So you might push somebody else into red as well, like if you're not taking it.
So we got a Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, that's perfect in this deck.
And that's late. Like
green seems open.
Yeah.
Green is really open.
So we're not playing jail rules. You're allowed to look at your picks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just checking to see how many mana dorks he has, how many creatures he's willing to ditch that survival, but...
there's the Deranged
Hermit as well.
And Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Green is super open. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go with that survival.
It's such a unique effect. Like, well, I guess he has the Fauna Shaman as well, but now he's got them all, right? Like, the other ones are like the Deranged Hermit is really just a creature, and the other one's Ramp, which he has tons of already. And there's a payoff card in the Avenger of
Zendikar, yeah. And even the other Titan, like if the Avenger wasn't there, the other Titan would have been fine as well.
Inferno Titan as well.
We got a Curd Ape. He's got the Tega. That's the oldest combo in the books.
First turn 2/3. That's right. Followed up with a Lightning Bolt and Landlore Elf. I'm just playing 93-94 Magic.
Or Giant Growth, Berserk, sort of thing.
Hell, just do Channel Fireball.
Yeah.
Just bust out that old combo. You got Channel in here.
Yeah, but Fireball was taken out because it's not good enough anymore.
Yeah. Do you have any X spells? I don't think I saw any.
I took out Earthquake.
Oh yeah?
I think that was one of the last ones.
Rolling Earthquake's probably in there.
Oh, I don't have one. I don't know one.
Well, we'll have to get you one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think easy Steam Vents. Or you're just getting greedy, huh? Taking the Planeswalker. I would just take the Steam Vents just for some fixing in case you want to splash some blue, but we'll see if that Tameo makes it in.
I love playing Tameo. If I'm in blue already.
Oh, Flame Tongue Cat, come on. You gotta do it. Just
and that
2 for 1 written right on it.
That Karmic Guide is late. Karmic Guide is really abusable in Cube.
Yeah, anything that takes creatures from the battlefield directly into play.
Yeah, from the yard into play, yeah.
What did I say?
From the battlefield into play.
Oh, well, clearly, yes. I do like to blink. Oh, he gets his Hermit Druid back.
Oh, he gets Arachnogenesis tabled. Huh?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, I think he's taking the Hermit Druid.
I love that card so much. I had like a really good game with it in Noob Cube, and then I was like, good enough. Main Cube promotion.
Another fog effect that's really fun like that is Comeuppance. Have you ever played with Comeuppance?
No.
It's a white card. I think it's from Commander, one of the Commander sets, and basically it stops all the damage to your creatures and yourself, and you get to deal that damage back to either the other player or their creatures. And so that's just like, this is my favorite fog because you could wipe their board completely, one-sided wrath, or they just killed themselves. It's not just a fog, no one takes damage. It's like, you're taking all that. I take it all, you're taking it all, actually.
Yeah.
so that it's a little bit harder to play around. And Demonic Tutor, perfect.
This
is why it takes all the fixing, right? So you get payoff cards like Demonic Tutor,
Yeah.
which is good at any point in the game.
I do also want to mention he did get that Stomping Ground as a push. That's pretty crazy. Like, in a lot of matches, it's almost as good as a Tega. Like,
Absolutely.
and to get it last.
Still combos with the crit aim.
Yeah, exactly. That crit ape. I don't think he took it, but but now he's really regretting it, I'm sure.
I'm really interested to see how he builds his deck, because he's taking some pretty greedy picks, so like with the Tameo and everything. I'm curious how many of these off-color cards he's going to actually play.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Mind Twist?
Mind Twist, yeah.
Mana Vault?
Woo!
Is that a Mana Drain as well?
I don't know if you go Mana Drain here.
Oh, Ugin. It's Ugin.
It is, yes. Yeah.
Ugin.
Which is another like
Yeah.
7 mana huge payoff spell, colorless as well, so it works with the Soul Ring. Or
He's got the Karn, the Ugin, just needs the Nicol Bolas.
I think we saw it. I think someone will be playing it. You could have the Karn and Ugin versus Nicol Bolas. Real battlefield throwdown. He's not even sure.
So what do you think of this deck so far? Would you be happy to run this at a 10-person cube event for the Lundstedt Trophy?
Yeah, like I said, I think he just needs a few more payoff cards, just a little bit more top end, but he's able to get there so easily now. He's going to be hitting 7 mana, no problem, every game. Just take some finishers, and it's a really powerful deck.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do things fair, like you said earlier, you might as well do fair things on turn 1. as soon as the game's do turn 7 fair things on turn 2.
Exactly. Yes. Precisely. Yeah. Cast those 7 drops fairly, and then make them deal with them, and see if they're able to see if they can. Sometimes that's good enough. It's just huge finisher after huge finisher after huge finisher. Eventually, your opponent's gonna run out of answers. Grizzlebrand that's way too greedy. I don't know if you can count on that. That's triple black.
I don't know. He's got the Chromatic Lantern.
Yep. He can. He's just counting on that one card, though. But yeah, birds. This helps with more splashes. It's another turn 1 play.
And he's got a Fauna Shaman and a Survival.
Yeah,
so
to ditch it later
they're
on.
always good. Yeah, creatures are all Demonic Tutors now. I really like Coercive Portal personally. I don't know if it's the right pick for him now, but I would definitely take that Courser of Krufix. That card.
Yeah. Something to do early that's going to thin your deck out, block forever.
And really, that's the drop that he's missing the most. I think like 3, 4, that kind of. He's got a Thrun and a couple Mana Rocks, but if he's stuck in that time in that turn 3 or turn 4, and he needs some help, that Courser could really gain him some life, block, and help him get those lands out.
Yeah. Really ensures that you're going to hit that late game that you need.
Ryan's actually a judge. He's a judge. So even though it's his first time playing this cube,
He knows these cards well.
Yeah, he knows them.
Did he end up getting that color of the Untamed? I'm taking a look. I don't see it.
No, he passed on
it. So someone else snapped it because it didn't come back. And,
yeah,
some of these cards I've played with a few times, and I have to say I've kind of moved them out of the main cube at the moment, just because they were doing. They would take over the game every time. They'd play the Hydra in red, or the blue 3/3 that lets you cast any spell that you want upon when it enters the battlefield. But so these cards were tons of fun. We had a great time with them, but sometimes I will want to play with like old school Magic cards that that I've played with in Standard or Modern, and you constantly having the games being taken over by these conspiracy cards was becoming a bit much. So we'll play with them sometimes, but probably not every time going forward. Have you played with them much? Yeah.
No, actually, I quit for a year. I had a lot of ring rust.
Yeah, so you have to give these cards a try because they are a blast.
Look at these more Mana Rocks. It's the Mana Rock show.
I guess everyone else is casting spells 5 mana and under only, because Some of these are really late. Like Warren Power Stone is easily should be gone in the first 3 picks.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, look, so many rocks. He has a Soul Ring, Mana Vault. Oh, and the Thran Dynamo's there too.
Do you like which one do you
goodness.
like more, Thran Dynamo or Warren Power Stone?
Thran Dynamo, for sure. Although that comes into play untapped, and now that colorless mana actually matters. Now you cast the those Eldrazi spells, or he has so many artifacts in his deck, he could easily get 2 spells down on the turn you play on the turn 4 when you play the Dynamo. Double spelling is good. On the Werewolf, oh look how green is.
Oh, another Sol Ring.
Yeah.
How many Sol
exactly.
Rings do you need? It's a Sol Ring that you can ditch to Survival and Fauna Shaman.
So maybe you'll be playing a game that when you hit 15 mana, you just automatically win, because his deck is all ramp at the most. Oh, and look, Lotus Cobra.
But
He needs a Fireball, because he would just Fireball his opponent for
Yeah.
20 every game.
I also see a Reclamation stage there. I don't think he
Yes.
has anything that deals with artifacts.
Yeah, and Reclamation Shades. Artifacts are enchantments on enters battlefield. It's probably the best Uktabi Orangutan variant.
He's really hurting on removal. He needs something to answer problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs, like, he's just got the FTK and the Karn. Those are his answers. Scavenging Ooze is good.
The Bailoff is also there, which can gain some life.
And that Bailoff would be a nice one to put on that collar of the Untamed.
Oh my god. Exactly. That's why these cards are so busted, because you get all the enter the battlefield abilities that are so good in Cube. That Cube is so full of.
Or you can even take one of those Phyrexian costed cards and just keep it as a side.
Yeah.
All of those are busted too, for the amount of mana that it.
Something that I don't know how much he considered there, but the that Eldrazi would have been pretty good, because he has so many colorless mana producers. But a Hangerback Walker is a great card.
Yeah.
That's something that he could just ditch all his mana into and just make a huge monster.
But does he have the mana to put into it? That's the question.
That's right. So we're going to see the biggest Hangerback Walker ever cast.
I actually don't mind the Gitrog monster in this deck either.
Mm-hmm.
I think that. Also, just to be able to play with a frog, like, isn't that worth something to you? Don't you value that at all?
Yeah, I don't think he needs any more ramp. I think you go Gitrog monster, drawing 2 cards a turn.
Yeah.
He'll get to that. It's only 5 mana. And it's a 6/6 death touch. It's a big.
And you can
fatty.
search it for the. He doesn't have to worry about the black mana for multiple reasons, but also the Zenith finds him.
No, go pure ramp, pure ramp.
He's just casting
Never
Karns. I think he's just decided that all I'm going to be doing is casting Karn and winning the game.
It's a good way to win the game.
He's also another thing that he's doing by taking all these mana dorks and the mana rocks is that he's making sure nobody else has them, right? So nobody can keep up with his pace of the game.
Yeah, and with all these rocks, actually, that's the Wheel of Fortune turned out to be probably a really good pick there, because he might empty his hand really fast and kind of not have the big 7/8 drops to cast. So having that wheel to make sure that he draws 7 cards and will find those answers will be really good.
Oh, that's a new addition as well. Lifecrafter's Bestiary. At the beginning of your upkeep, you scry 1, which is great for the style of deck. And then whenever you cast a creature, you can pay a green and draw a card.
Oh, very nice. So it's digging you 2 cards deep a turn almost. With that 1 extra green mana, you could scry something useless to the bottom, then draw 2 cards a turn. That's really nice.
So I think that about covers the draft portion. We're going to be back, and we're going to see, after he makes his last pick, we'll see Ryan's first match.
He had actually a choice there with 3 cards left between the mana fixing. Oh, look at this. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing these turn 3 Karns. It's gonna be really fun.
We'll see what he does next week. Thank you all so much for watching.